小朋友快来听故事啦！小雨讲故事。
The Little Match Girl. It's New Year's Eve. It will snow heavily, and the weather was terribly cold. Everybody was going home, except the little match girl. She's not wearing a scarf or a hat. She's not wearing any boots. She had a pair of slippers on when she left home. They were very large, so large that they had belonged to her mother. When she was crossing the road, a carriage came quickly toward her.
"Hi! Look out! Danger!"
The little girl was nearly hit by the carriage. She fell onto the ground. One of the slippers she could not find, and a boy came, picked up the other slipper and ran away with it and said,
"Good! It's so big! I could use it as a cradle when I had children of my own."
So the little girl went on with her little bare feet, which were quite red and blue with the cold. She was crying in the snow. "Matches! Matches! Please buy some matches! Please buy some matches!" If she couldn't sell all the matches, she would have nothing to eat. But nobody bought her matches. It got darker and darker, and it snowed more heavily. But she hadn't sold a single one match yet. She didn't dare go home. She was afraid of her father. She seated herself down in a corner formed by two houses. Her feet and hands were frozen. She tried to warm herself. So she took out one match and struck it against the wall. Shh! It kindled and blazed, and warm flame appeared too. How it blazed! How it burned! It was a warm, bright flame, like a candle, as she held her hands over it. It was a wonderful light. It seemed really to the little girl as though she were sitting before a large stove. It's a warm stove. The fire burned with such blessed influence. It warmed so delightfully. The little girl had already stretched out her feet to warm them too. But the small flame went out. The stove vanished. She had only the remains of burnt-out match in her hand. She rubbed another match on the wall. Shh! The second match kindled and blazed. It burst into a flame. This time, she saw much delicious food on the table. Apple cakes, a sweet smiling goose with a knife and a fork in it. She had never seen them before. The goose jumped down from the dish and waddled across the floor to the poor girl. It was so interesting. Then the match went out, and there remained nothing but a thick, damp, cold wall before her. Then she struck a third match. This time, a beautiful Christmas tree appeared. Hundreds of candles lit up the green branches. It's so beautiful. The girl was so happy. This Christmas tree was much larger and brighter. The Christmas candles burned brighter and higher. They were rising up and became beaming stars in the heavens. Suddenly, one of the stars fell from the heaven. A person will die, the girl said to herself. She thought of her grandma's words. When a star falls from the heaven, a person will die on the earth. The little girl quickly struck another match, and this time her dear grandma appeared in the light. "Grandma!" exclaimed the poor girl. "Oh, Grandma! Grandma! Take me with you. I know you will go away when the match burns out. You will vanish like the warm stove, like the delicious roast goods, like the magnificent Christmas tree. Grandma! Grandma! Take me with you." The little girl wanted her grandma to stay with her. She lit all the remaining matches. The old woman took the little girl, and they too began to fly in the light higher and higher, till they reached the place where there was neither cold, no hunger, no pain. The next morning, the little girl was found dead in the snow. Her lips were smiling, and a bundle of burnt matches was in her hands. What a poor girl! She tried to warm herself, the people said. But no one knew what a sweet moment she had shared with her grandma, and what nice visions she had seen.